Well, anime lovers are foaming out of their mouths because of all the crazy anime stuff going on this year, as has been kind of like the past year or two. It's just been exponential. There's the casuals like me that just keep an eye on a select handful of things. But even though there is no sight of Ouran High School Host Club Season 2, still, this is the year for sequels in anime, and I want to talk about it with you, so let's get started. Hello there, it's Samurai Kibuji, in which every week I encourage you to be geek, be proud, be awesome with weekly content, and I'm also transitioning my anime side of things towards a new channel called Westside Otaku. Westside Otaku is where I will continue with anime reactions, discussions like this, and so much more. So this is part of the videos, this handful of videos that I'm gonna be doing to transition everybody, this community over there. So go subscribe there, and if it's first time here, hello, how's it going? Make sure you leave me a comment telling me what you are most excited for this year in terms of anime. And I'll tell you what, later on this month, there is a event that was supposed to be at Anime Japan 2020, but now it's just going to be a event on digital streaming, because that's just what's going on these days. There's gonna be an event to reveal a new Bleach project, and I'll tell you what, depending on what that Bleach project is, if it is a adaptation of the final arc of the manga, there will be no announcement this year that'll get me more hype than that jazz in terms of anime. But until then, the year has already kicked off for me on an anime that I actually recently got caught up with, that I slept on for way too long, that I highly encourage you to not sleep on either. That is Haikyuu. Haikyuu started airing its fourth season this year, and Haikyuu started airing its fourth season in January this year, and it's been a while since the third season. It was back in 2016. I finally just recently watched it because it was on Netflix, and I'm like, okay, cool. And dude, I don't care about sports. I don't care about cars. I don't care about volleyball. But this show is so good. There's a reason why it's been greenlit for a lot of seasons, and it gets its fourth season, and it's just freaking stupendous. Every boy is best boy, truly. There's never really a team that's just like, you are the villains. You are clearly the villains, and you're a dick that we need to defeat. And the animation and music are so good in this show. And when official matches start going on, I'll tell you what, I legitimately am at the edge of my seat more than any action shonen puts me at. And for that exact reason, I haven't even started season 4. I'm putting it in my, sequels I'm excited for this year. And that's because I need those episodes to build up, because I can't wait for the next episode when I start watching this show if an official match is going on. Get caught up in Haikyuu. It's a freaking awesome sports show. And I'm saying that, and I hate sports and volleyball, yeah. But then we get into the springtime of this year, which is April, which is where 2 of my big sequels are airing this year that I'm very stoked about. And the first one of those will be on April 6th, being the second season of the Fruits Basket reboot. If people paid attention, I put Fruits Basket as like this reboot, one of my 10 favorite animes of the decade. It's not one of my best, but like, I just on a personal level love this show so much. I loved the first season. I loved its OP. I loved its EDs. I loved the characters. That's the only reason. Fruits Basket has such damn great character development with such little plot in its first season that I'm like, okay, as long as I am hooked to the characters, then I will be excited for what comes next for those characters. And even though we got very little plot, I get the feeling from this point forward, it is going to be nothing but plot, and that's going to make season 2 of this freaking phenomenal, I get the feel like, because they already did a great job of making great characters, so I don't know, unless the plot ruins those characters, I don't see what could go wrong. Shortly following Fruits Basket, though, is another second season to a show. Kaguya Love is War Season 2 will be airing April 11th, and I gotta tell you, like, when I first started Kaguya Love is War, it was a show that I wasn't feeling the first 2 episodes of. It kind of had a style that I wasn't into, the art style I wasn't super into, but then after I gave it a couple episodes, it's hilarious. It was the best comedy of, was it last year that it aired? It feels like it was longer than that. It flips like the romance genre upside down, and it's incredibly satirical of it without being insanely meta about it. And it's just so freaking funny. And the main show ship is so cute, and I'm excited to see if that actually goes forward. And I don't know, I'm just stoked for Kaguya because that was a show that really did something unique. Next up, we get to the only anime in the summer season that I am actually dying for. I have been dying for this season I am so excited for ReZero. ReZero was also supposed to make April like the greatest time to be alive in terms of anime, but it got delayed to July because of the craziness that's going on. I didn't actually watch this show back in 2014 when it first aired. I watched it more recently back in 2017, and boy, I have not been able to have it leave my mind since. I'm rewatching the director's cut right now, and totally fine with like a little space in between, not going straight into the second season, because dude, ReZero is the only isekai I have truly loved. I've liked other isekais, but ReZero is the only one that just does such a good job of having a very flawed protagonist. You know, he's super normal. There's nothing like goody goody two shoe about him. He gives into madness. The world, the setting is so damn interesting that I want to know more about it. It has very interesting characters. The art direction by White Fox is great. ReZero was such a damn good show, and I am stoked to see more of it in season 2, where I hear my girl Amelia is going to really shine light on all of you Rem lovers. And potentially some other really dark shit, because, you know, it's ReZero. Speaking of dark shit, I will say the fall season of 2020 has 2 animes I truly believe are going to be my animes of the year, and the first one of those is Attack on Titan. If you are not caught up on Attack on Titan, watch it. Do it, just do it. I am telling you right now that Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2 solidified Attack on Titan as a future classic in anime. You know, like, it's not my favorite anime in the world, but just if I really just critique the shit out of the show, Season 3 Part 2 made everything that came before it so good. I intend to rewatch the entire show because of that, you know, portion of the show. And it just makes everything, you know, you see things in a new light. The action is spectacular. The animation is probably the best in the business, next to maybe Mob Psycho. And this is the finale. This is the finale to a show that's been running for God knows how long, but ever since they came back, they've been doing a good job of just sticking around, and we'll give you something every year. I am so, like, I'm just nervous. I'm nervous to see how Attack on Titan Season 4 concludes. I don't know. I don't know how it will conclude. They have a very interesting circumstance to deal with here. I don't know. As much as Fruits Basket's first season made it onto my like anime of the decade list, and Attack on Titan, while it wasn't like a personal favorite of mine, it was still a show that I probably have more respect for than anything. I gave the title of anime of the year last year to one thing, and that was freaking Promised Neverland. Promised Neverland Season 1 got so much respect from me, and I am so damn stoked to see what they do in Season 2. I'm definitely the most excited for ReZero, I want to say, but I am the most intrigued by freaking Promised Neverland Season 2, because the way they set up that first season, I feel like this is a show that could essentially change its genre left and right. Like, it just becomes this one season, and this the next season, and it's just going to keep flipping and switching. And Season 1 was executed so damn perfectly. So much so that, like Attack on Titan, I feel the need to watch it again to like get myself into this world before Season 2 happens. And I'll tell you what, get caught up, because I get the feeling Promised Neverland is going to become something of epic proportions in the future. I'm just so damn curious to see where the kids go from here, or what situations are going to happen. What can we know more about the lore? There's so much more about this world I don't want to know. I need to know. So Promised Neverland and Attack on Titan are going to close out the year in one heck of a critical fashion. I'm going to predict those two are probably going to be my critically favorites of the year, but we will see. Now you might think I'm wrong, or I've left certain animes off this list and you're ticked about it. And you know what? Go ahead and bash on me in the comments. Go ahead and bash on me. Or if you agree with anything that I'm picking, I would love to chat with you in the comments about it, because all 6 of these I'm super stoked to watch. So much so that I might be making content for them in the future, which is why you should go check out West Side Otaku, in which that's where the future anime content's going to be going to the channel, as well as a lot of old videos that have already come back to it. So go check out that channel, and don't forget, guys, to be geek, be proud, and be awesome.